mostly on the MPP. Sports.
It's always those random NBA ones, bro.
Yeah, especially the years. Yeah,
Like
like
I don't remember what
past
happened
like
yesterday.
2015. I
I don't
don't
remember what
know.
happened yesterday, and they want me to think of something. 2009. I don't know what I
2006.
was doing in. Oh, sorry, 2006. What was I even doing in 2006?
9 years old.
Yeah, well, like I don't even know what grade I'd be in at that point. Third grade.
I think so. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MPP, the Noah and Patrick podcast. This is episode number 93. 93. Hopefully, everyone's having a great week. Um, NBA draft, 2-day event. Started on Wednesday night, and the second round started at 1 o'clock, which I didn't even know. I thought it started in the evening again.
Yeah,
Didn't even realize they started drafting until I got a notification that who was it? Flipkowski got picked by the Jazz, and I was like, "Oh, are they just like predicting that?" And then I looked, and they're already with like the fifth pick in the second round, and I was like, "Jeez, didn't know it started that early." But Noah and I just give our draft recap, any picks that we like, don't like. I think the big headline of the draft was someone getting drafted in the second round named Bronny James. I think that's probably like the most talked, even though everyone was talking about it 2 weeks leading up to the draft. But
yeah. I mean, he was ranked what the 55th prospect overall, and he
yeah,
went 55th in the draft. So, um, I mean, what else did we really expect? I think
yeah,
everyone really thought he was going to go there anyways. If not, if he wasn't drafted, then obviously he was probably going to sign free agency there. But um, good for Bronny James.
yeah,
Probably his dream to get drafted, and he got drafted. So that's pretty cool. And he gets to play with his dad, which I don't know if he's happy about that, but I'm sure his dad's happy about it.
yeah. I mean, what better way to welcome him to the NBA is just being on the same team as him, and it's going to be interesting to see how many games, how many minutes he plays with the Lakers. There was talk before that Bronny or, Rich Paul, whoever it was, that maybe he doesn't play in the G League. So,
Yeah, I know he. I mean, I'm
or
guessing he's
sign a
probably
two-way
gonna.
deal or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably gonna sign an actual contract, like probably 2 years or something. But yeah, I mean, just because he signs a contract, he can start overseas. He can start G League wherever the Lakers want him to play, really. But I'm sure he'll start off somewhere else. I'm saying he'll start in the G League. Let's just say G League for now. I think he'll probably start off G League, um, unless he completely like outperforms another point guard or another guard that they might potentially have. Um, which is possible. It's
Yeah.
possible. But I think he starts off G League and then comes up later, maybe like with an injury to someone or um, just down the line. He's just showing an improvement.
Yep. First pick of the draft was Zachary Rissacher from France. And then the second pick was Alex Sarr from France as well.
A lot of
Uh,
France, a
yeah.
lot of France players. The Wimby effect, people were saying.
Yep.
But yeah, Alex Sarr did not want to go to the Hawks for some reason. I don't know why he didn't want to go to the
Really wanted to
Hawks.
go to the Wizards, and I don't know who would really want to go to the Wizards, but good for
Yeah, I
him.
guess that's
It all works out.
he would be more of the star, I guess, on the Wizards. But that first pick, I mean, I don't know. Everyone was saying this draft was a really like low prospect draft, I guess. Like
Yeah.
there wasn't a can't miss prospect. If it was probably Alex Sarr. But Zachary Share compared to Harrison Barnes. So um,
Great comparison.
apparently can't dribble, but he's a really good shooter. And he plays good defense. So that might be exactly what the Hawks need.
3 and D. It's the name of
Uh,
the game.
it kind of reminds me of a DeAndre Hunter type player, which they already have. So we'll see if it actually works out. But 6'8" forwards, long arms, normally can't miss prospects. So we'll see if he works out.
Yeah. Another person that went in the top five that I think was a good pick that the Spurs really needed was Stephon Castle. Is it
Yeah,
Stephon or Steven?
Stephon. Yeah, I think Stephon
Stephon.
Castle. Like I think there's a chance he plays point guard.
Yeah.
He's really tall.
He's a shooting guard at UConn, but I think, yeah, Spurs also drafted Rob Dillingham, point guard, so
Yeah, but they
really
did
good at
trade him
Kentucky.
to the Timberwolves,
Oh, did he? Okay.
which I think was an insane Timberwolves trade. They traded a 2030 first unprotected and a 2031 first. So, something the Timberwolves needed in the playoffs was scoring, and that's one thing Rob Dillingham does is score. So,
Yeah. What do you think of the Bulls pick?
Matas Puzelli,
Zelly?
um, it's from G League. I don't know. I don't really know too much about him. I don't know too much about any of these prospects, but
He has intriguing upside as his frame continues to get stronger if he can regain the consistency he showed as a set shooter in previous settings with a relatively high floor. The strides he makes as a shot creator will help determine his ceiling.
I mean he's 20 years old. Um, 6'10". I mean, you can't get enough 6'10" guys on your team, you know. Um, especially small forward, power forward players.
Yep,
But yeah, so hopefully this means that they keep Kobe White because he is a restricted free agent. So hopefully they just throw a bag at him. Um, and that's something they need too, like offense versatility. So hopefully he works out. I mean, he looks like he could be a good young player.
yep,
I do like the Donovan Clingan pick for the Blazers.
yep.
They really needed a center and defense. Um, it looks like they're probably gonna have him and what's his name?
Aiton,
Yeah, DeAndre Ayton. See who wins that battle. Start at center, but he can easily be the starting center there and just have the three guys Scoot, Sharp, and um,
Klingon,
no, who's the other guard? Scoot, Sharp.
Jeremy Grant,
No, the other guard who
Anthony
Anthony
Simons.
Anthony Simons. Yeah. Um,
Sorry.
those three guys is the main scorers, and then they have the Grant, Klingon defense.
Which supposedly Blazers may trade Jeremy Grant, so
Yeah,
we'll see what happens there. Also, Zach Edey getting drafted to the Grizzlies. Interesting pick, but
yeah. But I mean, I think
we'll
same
see.
thing. They just need a big man.
Oh, you got a big man.
Yeah, that's a big dude right
Can't,
there.
can't miss that guy.
Another guy who's probably just mainly a defensive guy, but I think he probably has some good offensive moves. An
Yep.
underrated offensive guy. I mean, you don't just win Player of the Year twice without being good at basketball. You know.
Yep. Um, like I said, Philip Husky dropped to the second round. That was a big surprise.
Yeah, a lot of weird
Um,
stuff going on with that guy. I don't know if you saw.
yeah, I did see it. I think I saw it on TikTok, and I'm kind of leery on what I see on TikTok.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was first reported. I don't remember who or what. I don't know if it was like the Ringer or something like that. But uh, yeah, crazy story. Hope everything's okay with that guy. Um, I don't know if you want to go into it or not.
well, we can save that for another week.
We'll see if everything gets more evidence comes out or something more concrete evidence, and we'll see. But hope flips. Hope it's not true, and Flip is okay. You know.
Yeah. And then the Warriors finally got a pick in the second round, about like fifth to sixth, seventh, the last pick in the second round. They drafted Quentin Post 7 foot center, can shoot threes, pretty good defense. Then they trade him to the Thunder for a guard, Lindy Waters the third. Don't even know who this guy is. Lindy Waters the third. So,
No. Um, yeah, but I mean I think that's pretty much it for notability in our teams.
yep.
But I think the steal of the draft, looking at it right now, was Terrence Shannon Jr., 27 to the Timberwolves. He was potentially a top 10 guy from Illinois. Crazy scorer. I remember watching him a couple times. Dude's insane. Um, Now the Timberwolves got two huge scores to go along with Edwards, and Cat, bench guys that can come off and score. So um, potentially could add to their run next year. We'll see. And Shannon Jr.'s I think he's a little older. He's like 23, so um, he's probably more mature, ready to go. So we'll see.
Yeah. And that's our NBA draft recap. Including those headlines. Big trade before the draft even got started.
Yeah, I'll just go through pretty quick. Knicks made a huge trade for Mikel Bridges, and they still can. Looks like they're gonna bring back OG Anunoby, so they're gonna have the two best forwards, small forwards, power forward duo, guard, defensive wise. So they add to that Villanova squad with DiVincenzo, Bridges, Brunson, and Josh Hart. Um, the Knicks did give up a lot. They're sending four unprotected first round picks: 2025, 2027, 2029, and 2031. A 2025 protected from Milwaukee. I don't remember how much, what it's like a lottery protected, um, which I doubt lottery for Milwaukee. And then a 2028 unprotected pick swap. So, um, if they're bad in 2028 for some reason, I really doubt it. Nice little pick swap there for the Nets.
Yeah.
Um, and also a 2026 second round pick. But then the Nets went on and traded back for their pick, sent the Suns picks to um, the Rockets, and it looks like the Rockets are trying to get KD, which is another little fun
Fun.
scenario going on, which is interesting because I don't know if the Rockets are really ready to win now. Like I don't know if that's a win now type move, and I don't know if they're on that trajectory right now.
Yeah, I think they said they want a veteran to kind of fill the lineup and
That's a
what
bet, all right.
who wouldn't be better than Kevin Durant?
Yeah,
And
one of
then I
the
forgot Dokpo. Ime E what's the Celtics former
Udoka,
the head
Udoka,
coach. Yeah,
Ime
yeah.
Udoka. Yeah,
Yeah. I totally forgot that he was there until I was watching Sports Center and they said something about, you know, he was the guy in Boston. Like he really turned that team around. So it looks like he's really turning the team around in Houston too. So
yeah,
if that's all they need is a Kevin Durant, I mean, but I would not like to see Houston get Kevin Durant and then the Warriors would still have to see Kevin Durant 4 times a year.
yeah. Uh,
Tough.
I mean, if you can do it, why not go and do it? I just don't think the Suns are willing to trade him. But I guess a good way to start is to get the Suns picks back and then send them to the Suns. So, or yeah, back to the Suns so they can start the rebuild if that's really what they're looking to do, which I doubt it. Especially since they spent the money on Beal and uh,
Yeah, I
Booker.
mean they
So,
traded all the picks away to win now, and now they don't have any picks. So
which is looking like a dumb move, which is why they might want to get the picks back, which is why the Rockets are stocking up on them. Uh, so we'll see. We'll see if it works out for the Rockets. But great move by the Knicks. Mikel Bridges, uh, great defensive player. OG Anunoby, great defensive player. So they're looking like they're going to add to their great defense. Um, Try to make another push for the title next year. Spending the money now.
hmm
Next. Texas A&M made the college men's college baseball World Series. They did lose to Tennessee, and the Texas A&M coach uh, was saying that this is where he wants to be. This is where he's going to be. This is where he wants to end his career. Texas A&M, go Aggies for life. Um, and a young reporter asked him about it and the rumors about him leaving. Yeah, horns up. Um, and he's like, "Why would you ask me that? That's a selfish question. How dare you ask me if I would leave this beautiful team that I love?" And then he leaves to Texas.
The next
Um,
day.
very
So
next day. I'm sure it was he just didn't really want to say it at that moment with his
yeah.
players around, and it wasn't the right time. And
It was a
he,
Texas A&M press conference. I don't think you're gonna go out and say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to
yeah,
Texas tomorrow."
yeah. I mean, you're still gonna, commit to your team until it's official. But uh, um, he has apologized to that reporter about it. Um, but he's taken himself. I think 4 or 5 coaches are going
Yeah.
with him. Um, there are multiple players from Texas A&M who are entering the transfer portal who look like they will also follow him to Texas. Texas was already in the college baseball um, playoffs, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
so they're looking like they could have a pretty great team over there in Texas. Um, it's just funny how it
Yeah.
happened,
The way it
that
went about is
the way
just
it went down. I don't think anyone would blame him for wanting to leave to go to Texas. It's
like
just,
Texas A&M is nice, but Texas,
yeah, I'm sure
we
that's a lot of uh people who work in Texas, their dream job is Texas. If you're in sports,
yeah.
football, baseball, basketball, I'm sure also.
There's
Softball.
always one school in every state that's like, this is great, but there's always one more. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, like you're like Texas is the dream job. They
yeah,
got the history on it. So, but a great year for Texas A&M baseball. Hopefully they go back next year. They were still looking for their first World Series win. Um, so good luck for them and their new coach. So that's all I got for now today.
nice. I got three quick ones for everyone. Big news out of the NFL. Didn't even know that a lawsuit was going on until I saw the headline, but the NFL lost the lawsuit for the Sunday ticket, and the NFL has to pay residential subscribers $4.7 billion
Yep.
for inflating the prices. And NFL conspired with their network partners to, you know, go to YouTube TV. And I think it was like over $300 as
It was
well.
crazy.
And to exclusively uh, stream on YouTube TV. They also have to pay 96 million to bars and restaurants because they have to pay for Sunday ticket and out of market games. So kind of interesting. It's gonna they said that it's gonna probably triple, like to 14 billion. How much they gonna have to pay out?
See, like, is it really worth it in the end? Look what
Yeah.
happens.
I mean, NFL does have a lot of money, but
They just
still,
got
like,
greedy, man. Is it really
yeah,
worth it for the greed?
yeah. And NFL has to be like the largest sport, I would say,
Yeah, I think they're
globally.
at one point NBA was globally, I don't know. I think NBA might be there, but definitely in the US, it's definitely the biggest sport. I think NBA was pushing it, but NBA has fallen off a little bit
Yeah.
since I don't know, there's just something about NBA. It's just falling off right now. But it seems like I don't know if they don't put a lot of effort into their advertising and stuff anymore or what it is. But like the finals this year had no interest in it. I just feel like they don't hype it up. They didn't hype it up at all. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, that's a crazy amount of money for the NFL to pay. I
Uh,
don't, I don't care how much money you have, 14 bi or how much.
14 billion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
14 billion is I can't even fathom how much money that is.
Nope. We will never sniff that amount of money.
That's insane.
Unless we make it big here.
Unless it, with the help of you guys,
Yeah.
we'll make a 14 bill one day.
We're really not even making 14 cents. So,
We're not making 14 cents.
um, next I got the Florida Panthers winning game 7 of the NHL finals, Stanley Cup finals. Um, sorry, Stanley Cup final. Connor McDavid won MVP, even though his team lost. He becomes the sixth or eighth person to win the MVP, although his team lost. And shout out to him. He didn't go back onto the ice to accept the award. He just let the Florida Panthers do their thing and celebrate. So he also didn't score any points in Game 7. So I don't know how he got the MVP award, but good for him.
Yeah, I'm just guessing.
What he did in the first 3 games, I guess, or the entire playoffs.
Yeah, I think that the NHL will probably be the only team that does it, or only, uh, what I guess, or sports, whatever, that does this. I don't even know how they've done it in any other sports, any of the major sports where they give the
Well,
at least
supposedly
recently. I think it's
Jerry
happened to
West did
NBA.
it.
Yeah, Jerry West. I remember that. But
Recently,
recently, I don't
I
think it's
don't think so.
happened. Like, I don't think it'll happen. Like, if anyone were to win it, it probably would have been LeBron James at one point.
Yeah,
In any other sport, like baseball, I doubt they would ever do it. Like, it's just interesting that they would do that
yeah.
6 times already.
I mean, how long the league has been 6 times. Doesn't seem
But
like that a lot, but
shout out to Connor.
shout out to him
He has a final MVP, but no final
for
win.
no championship ring.
Yeah, that's something.
And finally, little surprising news here. USA lost to Japan. What do you think USA lost to Japan?
Football.
Under U20, under 20 years old, football. They lost 41 to 20 to Japan. Um, Big upset, I would say. I didn't even know this was a thing. Um, Supposedly, a lot of greats, not a lot. There's a couple great players that were on the team years ago. Um, Supposedly USA only had 2 weeks to practice, so they didn't really know any of the
Excuses.
plays.
Excuses.
The linemen
Already
didn't really
pulling
know
out the
what.
excuses.
Yeah, the coaches didn't really know what they were doing. No big coaching names either. Japan, I guess the whole team has been playing for 7 years together. So
Already pulling out the excuses. Oh my goodness.
that's what I hear.
USA. He just comes up with the
But one
excuses.
of the biggest upsets in USA history.
All right, whatever, dude. You lost. Get over it. If you really wanted to win the game, you wouldn't have waited 2 weeks to put this together. Like, it's just a cocky move, I think, by a US team. They think that they can just come together last minute and just win, you know? Like, obviously, you have to play a little bit to get used to how everyone plays. Have a couple practices, stuff like that. It just sounds like they didn't take it seriously. I don't know what's stopping them. Maybe there is a reason why they couldn't practice, but I'm sure that there were not everyone couldn't practice. I'm sure that there are a few. You can probably get half the team in there, like to get um some work in or something. Like I'm sure that there's a way they could have done this 2 weeks before. It's just
Yeah.
it seems like they thought they were gonna win and
Also,
they got
too,
their
all these players playing, they're not the strongest, I would say. Um, there's
well, I
no
mean
five-star
that
athletes committing to this.
I mean, if that's the case, then why aren't you guys? Then obviously they're probably not doing anything else.
Yeah.
Why are they not preparing? It just sounds like they just didn't care.
Former NFL All-Pros to play on this team is Trevon Diggs, Tyrann Mathieu, Jordan Poyer, Jonathan Taylor, and Wyatt Heller. Rashad Bateman, Mac Jones, Kenny Pickett, Elijah Vera Tucker, and Chase Young.
Like actual NFL players are on this team.
No, 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 no.
Oh,
When they were
oh, they
this
have played.
age.
They have played. Okay, yeah, under
Yeah,
20. Yeah, I don't know what I
yeah.
thought you said.
Under
Um, yeah, well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any draft picks from these guys.
Mike Kelly's the head coach. He was a quarterback for Bluffton College.
And it looks like you dropped the ball, Mike. I don't know why you just didn't get the team together or something.
Yikes. Well,
Yeah.
those are
Well,
our headlines for
sounds like
this week.
excuses to me.
Yeah, that's 41 to 20. Not even a close game.
No, by 3 touchdowns.
Go watch the highlights if you want to see how bad it was. The QB threw an interception and he threw like a marshmallow. It was so bad.
A marshmallow arm.
Yeah, it's a two-star recruit right there. Guess we'll move on to our underdog picks.
Yeah,
Whenever you're ready, Noah.
I'm ready. Let's do it. All right, so this week for our underdog picks, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with once again, how could you not go with one of the hottest players in baseball, Gunnar Henderson? I'm gonna go higher than 1.5 total bases. He is gonna be playing against Max Scherzer today. His second start, he had a pretty good first start, but it's Max Scherzer. He's gonna have a bad outing, and it's probably gonna be this one against uh, one of the best teams in baseball, Baltimore Orioles. Next, you can't not pick Ozzy Albies higher than 1.5 total bases when he's facing a lefty. You always pick him when he's facing a lefty. He's just one of the best lefty hitters in baseball. People question why doesn't he just hit righty? That's how good
Yeah.
he is, righty. So I'm gonna go there. And last but not least, Alex Jackson, the famous Alex Jackson. He's hitting point seven, 0.077 on the season. He only has 5 hits this year and 65 at bats. He only has 1 hit this month, and he's. I think you always have to take the under on Alex Jackson. He's more just a defensive guy out there. So I'm going under total bases, under the point 0.5 total bases, lower.
Nice.
That's it.
My picks for this week. I did some research, except for this
Okay.
first pick. I got Bo Naylor going higher on a point 0.5 single. So he's just gonna get a single, little hit, little blooper, I would say.
Okay.
Next I'm going with a Brewers pitcher here, Colin Ria. I'm going lower 4.5 strikeouts, and he's one of the worst strikeout pitchers in the league, ranking in the ninth percentile.
Nice.
And my last pick, I'm going with Boston here, Jaron Duran, higher zero point 0.5 RBIs. I looked it up. He's a percentage to get at least one is over 50%. So
Wow.
it sounds like a 50-50, but really sneaks over the 50% there.
Shout out to Jerry Durant. He's been one of the best hitters in baseball right now. He's been hot, really hot. Potentially gonna make an all-star.
Exactly. That's why I'm going with him.
All
And
right.
those are our underdog picks. You like that, Noah? A little
Yeah,
research.
nice. I actually did the research this time.
Oh yeah. Still gonna lose probably.
Yeah.
It
Unpredictable game.
doesn't matter. All right. All
All right,
right.
we got the streaks. This time is the time. I have a feeling this is the one.
Wow. High hopes here. Since 2000, the blank have the most NBA titles with six. Oh, we're getting repeat questions now. Who's it's the Lakers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking Spurs for a second, but they have four, I think.
Trying to remember the graphic. Who did the Jaguars lose to in 2018 AFC Champ game? Who then lost to the Eagles in the Super Bowl?
Who the Eagles beat?
Is it the Patriots?
It has to be the Patriots.
2018. Is Tom Brady still on the team?
Yeah.
Which team just drafted Bronny James?
Oh, how is this three and
Wow.
the one
Give us
before it was like
layups. Give us layups.
the one before should have been this one. What the heck? I guess they just still go.
Do
They don't go
we
by
live underneath a
difficulty.
rock?
I guess they don't go by difficulty.
Besides the Cardinals, who else did Larry Fitzgerald play for?
No one. Lifelong Cardinal.
Trick question there. Who has the record for the most wins in one NBA regular season? Oh, dude. This is question number five?
Yeah, man.
Question number five, huh? Two Western Conference NBA teams won titles in 1990s. The Spurs and
The Rockets.
Rockets.
Yeah. Keem Olajuwon. Get it? Because
Seems
he won.
very.
Elijah won.
Who's the last non-QB to win the NFL MVP award?
Did we have this? Was it Sean Alexander?
I think it was.
Or was it
Oh, it was that MVP
Adrian
of the
Peterson?
season.
Adrian Peterson's the most recent one, I think. Pull it. There you go. I got you. I got you.
Which of these cities was never home to two MLB teams at the same time?
What?
Cleveland?
We go Cleveland. I think we have to go Cleveland, right?
Or is that an obvious choice?
We have to shoot Cleveland.
Oh my God. Sammy Sosa's 66 home runs are blank all time for one season.
Well, the
Third.
most was McGuire, second Barry Bonds. It's either third or fourth.
Third? Because Judge didn't get it right.
Go third.
Who has played the most NBA games as LeBron's teammate? James
James
Jones?
Jones. It has to be James Jones.
No!
No!
No, I knew that. I knew it. I knew it. I didn't look at all the game names and I saw James Jones. Dang it. Ignacy Bazowski.
I told you I had a feeling that this was the one. And
We were
James
so
Jones had
we were confident on James Jones though.
James Jones has the most championships, I think, with them. I think every time
Ah,
LeBron won, James Jones was on the team, except for the Lakers.
that was hard. 8-8 was 7-8. What was that one? Two teams in the same city? Was that the
Yeah, two baseball teams. It's Cleveland.
two base baseball teams in the same city? So Chicago, there are four.
Chicago has two right now.
Oh yeah, there are four metro areas in the U.S. that host two MLB teams, one from each league: New York City, L.A., Chicago, and SF Bay Area.
Yeah, well,
But
it
that's
was
current.
Boston from a long time ago. That's why I was like, okay, it has to be Boston. Had to have one. What was the other one? I don't remember.
Philly.
Philly. It's just like a long time ago.
Yeah,
Everything was East Coast.
yeah,
So when
like
it was Cleveland,
northeast,
yeah,
right? Everything was
everything
northeast.
was out there. So it's like every team was over there. So it had to be
All the
Cleveland.
major cities too.
That was my thought process. I was like, Cleveland's Cleveland's in the middle of the country. Why are they gonna have two teams out there?
Yeah. All right. That was good. You know, kept everyone on their seats. That's a good TikTok post right there.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Nice. And we lose it on the last one. Even
So
better.
close. So close.
Even better.
Yeah, it's gonna
That
get some good
means
watch time.
means we just keep watching. We get to keep playing. So next week we get two, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but that's it. That's episode number 93. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. We'll see everyone next week. Episode 94.
Yep.
All right. See ya.
See ya.